All right, so let's try this again because my last video did not make it. Um, I hate my 9 to 5 because what's crazy is you could be the top worker there and they still don't really care. Why? Because it's what you're supposed to do, is what you get paid to do, is why they hired you to work the shit out of you. It's really modern day slavery. So in my particular field or whatever, I'm a material handler, so I work in the Amazon department. I wake up around 5 o'clock in the morning. If I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, hopefully I can catch the bus or a ride or take a Lyft. And Lyft kicks my ass. Speaking of, I think I was literally gonna go over here to the ACX food plug, bro. But if they're not there, I'm gonna be glad, so I don't have to like spend all my money or whatever. But what's crazy is I was talking to somebody and they reminded me of how it's more important to take care of yourself versus that job. If you need a day off, I understand. We become money hungry. We love the checks. We love the constant payments. We love it. We want to stay on top of it. We want to bust their fucking ass. But looking at Gary Vee made me realize, like, eventually the paper chasing, the hustling, that shit gonna kill you, bro. It's killing you. Like, I talked about in my last video how get 8 to 10 hours of rest. I understand that you don't want to. I understand that most of the successful people have not gotten it. You probably don't want to listen to somebody that's not rich. But through my experience, I learned you might want to go to sleep. I think you're going to thank yourself later. Like, my whole experience at that damn job gets better when I get 8 to 10 hours of rest. And he often talks about how, like Gary Vee, bro, talks about how happiness is the way. It's not an actual way to happiness, if that makes sense. I'm gonna say it again. Happiness is the way. Waking up, being having gratitude. Oh shit, them niggas open. I'm finna go ahead and go get me some goddamn boudin balls. But I'ma just make this video because it needs to be 20 minutes long. And YouTube is actually pushing the long-term videos out, and people who talk about their lives and their strategies for budgeting. I talked about in my last video, like, if you don't need it, don't get it. Right now, I'm gonna try to use this to my advantage. I know I'm gonna spend $25, $30 to maybe $40, but I can do it. But this is not what you need to be doing every day. Like, you need to give yourself a week or two of not spending money, gang. Like, no more DoorDash, no more going out, cut out your subscriptions. Like, this shit is gonna take discipline because that's how they keep you broke. And then before you know it, as you're saving, holidays come through, Christmas, you wanna get this person a gift. Like, you have to discuss with your people, hey, I'm not getting you a gift, hey, because I need to reach that next level. Like, watching a Wall Street Trapper. If you don't know who the Wall Street Trapper is, bro, you have to invest your time in watching his videos. Basically, he has one interview where they was just saying that's how they keep you broke. And when he went to jail, boom, he watched his mom get shot, so he saw violence as a necessary evil, whatever the case was, you know what I'm saying, for that time. Basically, he went to prison, and this white dude who ended up getting arrested for embezzlement, but he kept $2 million. He was teaching him how we playing the wrong game. We're playing the wrong game. Wealthy people invest in stocks. Wealthy people buy properties, and I forgot what he said in the middle. Oh, they don't trade their time for money. So if we all know that, hey, Tesla's gonna be up pretty soon, you should have a Tesla stock. You don't have to buy the whole stock right then and there, but you definitely want to put your time and effort in investing. Like, as soon as you get your paycheck, you invest in $1 every day or $10 every month, which is getting used to seeing something actually come from your hard work instead of a weekend having fun, instead of fucking boudin balls from HTX Food Plug. Like, I'm telling y'all this as I make mistakes, but the brain doesn't know what's going on. So if I get an order, I'm gone and I'm going to invest my time in something else. And I'm also try to do a food review, so creating content, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is what I do to have fun. Remember that fun is free. You dig what I'm saying? So this is how I'm budgeting at my workplace. Sometimes you don't, like, put your feet in the grass, bro. grounding reduces the stress that you get from your job. Like, I know we want to go smoke and drink. Rehab saved my life. I think I want to make another video about that. Rehab saved my life. I went to rehab because I was addicted to marijuana and alcohol. I'd never been off of marijuana and alcohol since I was about 11 or 12 years old. And that was like the development stages in my life. But yeah. So like I said. So I was addicted to it and I had to get off of it. Like, the vices are killing us, bro. And it's crazy because it's not really meant, like, they slow it down a lot for us. Once you realize that, you'll be slow to hurt yourselves with the foods. So as I work in this Amazon department, I am aware of fasting helps me have a better attitude about life. Therefore, I'm gonna have a better attitude. I'm gonna have a better attitude about dealing with these ignorant motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, and I DoorDash and Uber Eats on a bike on the side. So it's crazy because my last video, I couldn't clearly show my face. I didn't like the scenery. I didn't like how everything looked. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a 20-minute video just about my life and my thoughts on budgeting. And if you don't know my story, my mother passed away from cancer recently. Before that, I lost my brother. He thought he was taking a fentanyl pill, and Percocet pill, but it was actually fentanyl. Fentanyl has been taking a lot of people out, and just, you know, the constant struggles of it. So before that, my brother died from gun violence or whatever the case may have been. And everybody in my household is deceased. You know, everybody I grew up with, day to day, going to church with. Eventually, over time, they became deceased, and I was addicted to marijuana. And later on became addicted to alcohol when I started to get, you know, older. But I smoked my life away. Like, people laugh at addiction and shit like that, but bro, honestly, my take on addiction and shit of that nature is, it's just like COVID, right? Like, a lot of people can get COVID and move through their day-to-day lives and not really have too many problems. But for some people, it's very, very hard to shake addiction, especially when you find so much comfort into it, especially when you depend on the dopamine that it produces for you. And I started around 11 or 12, very, very young. I was addicted. So rehab saved my life. It showed me how to have fun without devices. Go your ass outside, bro. Put your feet, eat some fruit, a whole bunch of fruit. A lot of the food is producing hormones that make us feel stressful at work, that make us want to snap. We're already in these environments where they make you feel bad about not being a gangster, not wanting to risk your life, not wanting to do some bullshit. Like, we all can be gang members, but we can't be business owners. We can't make straight A's. We can't actually be strong enough to pay attention to class, even though all this shit is going on. Like, that's real gangster. Like, that's what Wall Street Trapper talks about. Like, the real gangsters are on Wall Street. The real gangsters are in the doctor's offices and their mail carriers and their mail supervisors. You know what I'm saying? So, because they can do whatever the fuck they want, is they do legal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, back to, it's just, this all ties into you waking up and going to that job. So, me personally, I wake up, make it to work, drink my little coffee in the morning, and rehab taught me about devotion. Now, luckily, I was in a rehab that talked about God a lot, so we had like a morning devotion. And this is what I want to talk, like, the distractions, like, where somebody, I had to delete Instagram, like, because there's so many distractions, and I might step into another world where somebody feels like they have to tell me some shit about myself that I don't already know. Like, a lot of times we will compare ourselves to others. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but all of this plays into me waking up, learning how to ignore people, giving everybody grace. A lot of times they don't let us know what we're gonna do before. I mean, we don't know, like, fuck. So they tell us, hey, we stand around in a circle. They tell us, hey, this is the productivity for the day, and we need y'all to be out here about 3 or 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock or however they rock it. Sometimes it's impossible, but I use the anger, my discomfort, or anything that I'm dealing with, like the more bullshit happens, the faster I wrap them damn boxes. So we match the POs and the ASINs, 2 different barcodes that have to be the same on every box, on every pallet. So if it's ABC on this one, if it's DEF on this one, if it's HZA on this one, they all have to match each other. So that's what I do. Stack them up to a certain height, no more than about 4.5 feet, and wrap them with saran wrap, and the clamp drivers pick them up and they take them to the trailers. I wanted to do another video because my first video wasn't showing my face, and I like this scenery. So, and I gotta put those people, matter of fact, I was taught by this YouTube, these content creators. I know I'm chatting, bro, but stay with me if you can. I was taught by these content creators that, you know, they're pushing long form videos, and just to do this with your phone, record yourself, talk for about 20 minutes just about your daily life. So that's what I'm doing. But so my daily life is that I'm getting up, going to work, coming home, going to sleep. And one thing I did notice when I can crush at my 8 hours. I can crush at 6 or 7 hours. But just you have to deal with motherfuckers who are, you know, stupid, have attitudes, people you probably knew from the past, people who, you know, you probably had problems with in the past, and I gotta push through that shit every day and ignore them to the point where I'm recognizing, oh, okay, this is temporary. Why? Because it has to be. I cannot stay here. I can post content, I can post videos, I can go to the Houston, Texas food plug and go ahead and eat some food and do food reviews, and I might fail. But in my mind, I know being consistent and producing content, like this is a story that I have. It's about the change. Everything is about the change. So if I don't produce content, I'm stupid. If you have an Instagram and you have an Instagram just to get girls, I recognize that, first of all, you're producing content whether you like it or not. So you might as well try to do it and get monetized and become something different than what they want you to be or is the norm in the neighborhoods or whatever. So throughout the day, I have to often deal with people's attitudes and looks on life and them talking. I often say, hey, if we all had to work with each other, I wish that we didn't have to have a fucking mouth, because less talk and just more work. So I have to push through with people, you know, like sometimes, like you can see my earrings, you can see how I dress, you can see like, I remember one day walking out and the dude basically saying I was broke and that I needed to have more hours, but he was so subliminal with it, you know what I'm saying? And how I take everything left because I've been thrown subliminals, probably been, misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder, but I didn't know that I was misdiagnosed, which means that it wasn't supposed to be. It was really PTSD. But so imagine dealing with all this shit and you still have to be productive at work. I have to put all that shit to the side, and the more angry I feel, I put it into those boxes. I move faster. If I don't reach the deadline, so the fuck what, bro? So the fuck, like I try my best, and if it doesn't work, like, okay, I failed. I'm gonna learn next time. Hey, maybe I need a little more than this. Maybe I need to go to the trailer with more, just, faster. If I'm feeling tired, maybe it's something I ate that's making me tired. Maybe I need to bring a fucking energy drink in this bitch. Like, maybe I don't need to take no for an answer. Maybe I need to find some type of fucking way, because prayer for me helps. I don't even understand why. I mean, honestly, think of a life without God. So think of a life without God. Like, whether it's fake or not, I'm pretty sure that it's meditation for me. So shit, I'll pray, man. Okay, well, let me move these boxes. Like, bro, you don't understand. They might be heavy. I might have to go to the top. I might have to use stairs. So it's really a fucking exercise that they want you to do. And they work us like a slave. They work us like slaves. Luckily, I have enough anger to fucking push all the bullshit to the side and use it to my advantage. So that's what I try to do. Like, I might have to, boom, reach up, get some boxes, knock them down. I have to look at them and make sure, okay, it's 300. It says it's 300 of these boxes, but in this whole wall of boxes, it could be 10 to 12 different POs and ASINs. So that's, my situation. And they all have to get done. And that shit used to stress me out because they got to get put on this pallet in a timely manner, but I have to look fast. I'm tired. I have shit going on at home. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They can't care, because at the end of the day, I'm going to eat. I got to do what the fuck I got to do. So if they got to hit me with a whip, if they got to threaten to fire me, they're going to do that. So I'm dealing with that shit. And if I fail, I fail. Fuck it. It just is what it is. It's not slavery. You know what I'm saying? All they can do is fire me. And I'm recognizing I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be here for the rest of my life. So if you feel like me, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I need to engage with my community, because I got to understand that all of my subscribers are the reason that I'm going to be able to get out of my position. And posting videos like this, rather than having buku reaction videos, just being me, but I noticed that I needed to start. You dig what I'm saying? And even now, I'm switching, topics and shit, but this is my content. This is me. This is what the fuck I have to deal with. And I gotta go home, and sometimes I don't even have enough time to chill, relax, and then I still have to eat foods that don't make me feel good. And keep in mind that, hey, in the long run, I gotta know how to fucking host this camera, bro. But anyway, in the long run, if I just stay consistent and I stay persistent, I don't want, like, even though I'm about to go eat some fried food, sometimes I replace that shit with some healthy food, because it's this picture. A long, healthy line. A healthy and strong life by eating right. And it's another picture that says hospital, and you got a whole bunch of people going to the hospital. Nobody wants to live fit, eat healthy, post content, talk to themselves positively in a room full of people who don't know how. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the day to life. This shit all ties into my day as I'm fucking slanging these boxes. And I go home and come back and do it. And tomorrow might be a worse day than today. And I try to post content. I try to do other things that make me happy. Like, I learned from Love Dorsey, bro. Your happiness has to be strategic. Like, the stuff that you watch to make you laugh, the stuff that you consume, the content that you consume has to be strategic, as far as teaching you what you need to be doing to, like if I want to rap, I need to learn. I need to follow producers. I need to follow people who have been through the same shit, who's doing the same shit, who's marketing, who I want to become like. I don't need to be listening to, I'm finna slide down the block and kill all the ops, because the brain really don't know what's true or not at the time that it's being told. It's like it's a part of the brain that knows, what you've been taught and shit, but it's a part of the brain that they feed negativity to. It's even a left brain commercial and a right brain commercial for a fucking reason. So I learned from Love Dorsey, bro. Like, you gotta watch more videos like this. People that's telling you, like, these type of videos are actually supposed to help people. Like, I'm talking about how I budget. Hey, if you don't need it, don't fucking buy it. Like, but it starts by saying no. Like, sometimes the shit that helps me is keeping celery and fruits around. Bro, if I have 2 to 3 bags of fruits and I just eat them hoes, because fruit is not to make us feel like, to give us enough inflammation for us to force us to stop eating food. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? We are at 18 minutes. I got 2 more minutes. I don't want to hold y'all, but what you eat definitely affects how I work. What I eat definitely affects how I work. Like, I'm noticing that how much rest I get definitely affects how I work. Nigga, if I got a 4 or 5 hour day, sleep, if I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I'm not gonna be well rested. And I know this video is all over the place. They're gonna be way more one topic, but I did talk about my day. Like, it's not really too much. It ain't too much to it. It's just, I don't want to hear, oh, man, I can do more push-ups than you, or, man, look at that nigga, like, oh, somebody said, man, you don't know if he masculine or feminine. Now, see, the fact that I don't pay attention to niggas, right, because of a hoop earring, you got to be fucking slow. You got to be fucking retarded. Like, why are you even worried about me? So I have to deal with that, because I'm, growing up in the hood, like, you talk about my mama, you know what I'm saying, you challenge my manhood, like, I got to stand up, and, like, when that shit is not even important for what the fuck I'm trying to do. Today, I just feel like dripping. I feel like dripping because, like, I feel like saucing, bitch. Like, I feel like having a swagger, the type of swagger when I deliver this food, how people are going to perceive me, how people are going to like what I'm doing in my hustle, that I'm not out here begging, I'm not out here not wanting to do for myself. And regardless, I'm not going to be 30 on this bike. I'm 25 right now. I'm not going to be 30 on this bike. That's not what I want to do. I'd rather be in Thailand somewhere, I'd rather have a business that is I'd rather be selling CMOS. I'd rather be selling shirts. I'd rather be creating brands. I'd rather be working with artists. Light-skinned Keisha said she was broke and her manager one day said, hey, do you know that you got $4,000 from a song that's been streaming? I feel like that is my sign, bro. Like, I've been creating music ever since I was 9, ever since I was little, bro. So I know for a fact that I need to be in that studio. I need to buy these beats and I need to put stuff out. But my plan, like Russ said, it's like, okay, I don't want to be that artist to where it's like I don't have enough music and I don't keep slapping y'all with back-to-backs. Like, I've been posting rap videos on Instagram. That was a long time ago. I wanted to get used to being cringe, posting through the cringe. My biggest problem was, fuck, like, how do they see me? How do they look at me? Like, damn, I'm a failure. And that's cool. You can call me a peon. Just because you say it does not make it true. I can value what the fuck you're saying. I can think you're God himself, and it doesn't actually make it true. You dig what I'm saying? It's actually like whatever I tell you, like I can tell you, oh, you a loser because you're looking at this video, or I can tell you you're actually empowering yourself. Did you see how in your brain you kind of thought it was true? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, they had you out here thinking that you not shit because you working on somebody is praying for your position, gang. And I have to remind myself daily when I'm in that bitch and I'm not reaching productivity or it's like, I've been putting in work. I've been working my ass off, busting my ass. Like, when I first got to that fucking job, bro, I was getting that shit done so quick, but I was getting